Unit. Salud. Salute, unit. Oh. What's up, everybody? Just doing some final prep. How you doing? You guys remember any older time fans when SummerSlam actually meant something, man? It was exciting. For BC, it was his best pay-per-view of the year, man. My birthday's around the corner. That always signified not just my birthday, but just everything I love about pro wrestling, man. WWE, SummerSlam. It was just always just magic, man. I was always looking forward to it. They gave us a show last night where they literally, this is no joke, man, they put in bare minimum effort. I don't even think they reached bare minimum in entertainment factor. I had some delusional moron actually go like this. They went, I thought it was a good show, basically. I'm not even joking. This is the, you know, the person that sits there with their wooden bowl and spoon in front of Vince McMahon and says, please, sir, can I have some more? He doesn't give a shit what's being served. He just wants seconds, thirds. He wants fucking tenths. He'll sit there all fucking day. Like it's a fucking buffet. Please, sir, can I have some more? This delusional moron said, it was a good show, I felt. First of all, I don't give a fuck what your opinion is. I'm here to drop facts. What was good about it? Did you like when RKBro hugged it out? Did you like Matt Riddle and Randy Orton hugging? Is that getting you set for SummerSlam? Did you giggle? Did you jizz your pants just a little bit? Was it the Miz going into a rubber ducky kiddie pool? Did that make you LOL? Did you text all your friends? Did you yell, Ma? Miz just went into the rubber ducky kiddie pool. They graduated from squirt guns. Now it's rubber ducky kiddie pools. Was it Dewdrop stealing Alexa Bliss's doll? What part? Was it Goldberg's kid flexing, showing you those high school muscles? Which was it? I mean, I'm trying to find where this delusional moron is saying it's a good show. Because that's what I was told. Or am I just here to drop fucking facts? Because all of these things happened last night. It actually wasn't a good show. It was actually the opposite of a good show. Opinions mean jack shit on this channel. I don't give a fuck about opinions. We have to call out the fucking negatives and the positives. The bad side is there was very minimal positives, if any, and a shit ton of negatives. I realize we're doing this thing, 8, 9 in the fucking morning, 10 in the morning, wherever the fuck you are. But I wanted to do this live. I wanted to get this out of the way. I got a lot to do today. So we're going to do this live. This is going to be one of those situations where the majority of people are going to catch this later by the thousands. I understand that. But I want everybody that's coming in later on, the thousands of you that are going to catch this later on, I want you to be really honest with yourself. If you thought this was just a bad show even, I want you to be honest. It wasn't just a bad show. This is a SummerSlam go-home show. And what you had produced last night was rubber ducky kiddie pools. Goldberg's son is the focal point of what should be an alpha versus alpha badass feud. RKBro is hugging it out. Dewdrop is stealing dolls. fruit roll-ups in a park. That's a true story. We'll get to that. I want you to be honest, man. This wasn't just bad, bro. This is downright a pathetic disaster. And as soon as we can all just be in agreement with the facts, we don't have to worry about what our opinion is or disagreeing with one another. I don't care about disagreeing or our own opinions. We need to start stating the facts, man. This was absolutely awful. Do you realize our lasting image for SummerSlam, guys, was Bill Goldberg's son? They're using Goldberg's kid as the main focal point of this story because there is no story. There's no feud between Lashley and Goldberg. It's manufactured just like every carbon copy down at the Performance Center for NXT. Everybody is a carbon copy of one another. Goldberg's feuds are the same way. They're a lack thereof. I remember when Goldberg was taking on McIntyre and he had to just go to the ring and start spewing a bunch of shit and act like there's a real feud. You guys remember that? And he told McIntyre that he's sick and tired of McIntyre running down the locker room in the Legends. I think that was even like a Legends night. It was leading to a Royal Rumble match between McIntyre and Goldberg. And McIntyre the whole night was actually propping up the Legends. He was speaking highly of them. Goldberg goes to the ring and says, "I'm tired of you running down the Legends." Who's running down Legends? It didn't make sense, and it didn't make sense because nobody was caring about what was being produced. They just thought, oh, it's Goldberg. He'll go down and say anything and everybody will eat it up. No, we were listening and it didn't make sense. Just like this feud doesn't make sense. He just appears out of nowhere a month ago, says, "Lashley, you're next." And then all of a sudden, the whole storyline is Gage Goldberg, Goldberg's kid. "Don't touch my kid," he says. Well, MVP was just telling Gage that his father's going to lose at SummerSlam. And then he gets speared. And then this week, Gage Goldberg is flexing and ending the show. The go-home show in your last visual is Gage Goldberg? How is that getting anybody interested, man? The casual fan has already flipped the channel. But the diehard through and true, how is that getting anybody excited, man? And then you want to know the main storyline for the whole fucking Monday Night Raw brand for SummerSlam? The main storyline is Randy Orton and Matt Riddle in a team called RKBro. Now, even if you like RKBro, that's fine. That's your prerogative. How is this your main storyline going into SummerSlam? Because it is. Last week, it ended the show. This week, it not only began the show, but it had another 2 segments afterwards. The problem with that is the match was just made last night. So first of all, it's a tag team match. That is your main focal point of Raw because they know Goldberg and Lashley isn't doing the job. And on top of that, the match is so rushed, they just announced it last night. They ran out of time. They couldn't even build a real feud. So they just had the friction between Randy and Matt, and then AJ Styles just comes out and talks shit every week for the past 3 weeks. No reason. Well, BC's calling. I'm the only one that's going to call this out, right? I will be the fucking bad guy on the YouTube because I'm just stating facts. Because I'm not going around with the fucking sheep and going, "I like this show. Did you see him hug? I like Randy Orton and Matt Riddle because it makes me giggle." I don't care if it makes you giggle, bro. This is SummerSlam. I could keep going with the cold open, but we got a lot to go over for the 3 hours. I'm going to try to make this as quick as possible, guys. Some MVPs up in here, man. I see you Murder Hornet up in here with that 5 spot. What up, Murder Hornet? Thank you for hearing me fucking rant for the first 10 minutes of this video, brah. Nikki got pinned clean. Dewdrop looks like an absolute clown. RK-Bro starts stop BS. And I ain't watching SummerSlam at all. Murder Hornet, you just pretty much summed up everything, bro. There's a lot more I have to go over, too. You forgot the fruit roll-ups in the park, Murder Hornet. But you're pretty much on the money, bro. Murder Hornet, good to have you up in here, bro. Lord French Fries. What up, Lord French Fries? 5 spot. ABC, it's my birthday today, but what are your thoughts on people calling AEW all ex-WWE? Much love, bro. Right back to you, Lord French Fries. Happy birthday, dude. Hopefully you kick ass today. but I'm pretty sure I tell you that every day, all my amp unit. But happy birthday, man. Extra special day for Lord French Fries. I didn't hear that AEW was being called All X WWE, man. I never heard that. Is that what it's being called? All X WWE? Well, listen, I have no problem with it because they're being utilized better than WWE. Look at Miro right now, finally. Look at what Mox has already accomplished. Brody Lee, before his passing, was fucking gaining that momentum far more than he did in the Wyatt family. And then you look at what they're doing with Malachi Black already, man. Already. Listen, people are always going to try to hate on something that's successful. The only issue with AEW that they're going to have to come to grips with themselves is how many talents can they actually put on the roster. It doesn't matter if they're ex-WWE. They're some of the best wrestlers in the world that were not utilized correctly. They should not be not getting a job with AEW because they were ex-WWE talent. No. They were in WWE for a reason, because they were gobbled up hoping that Tony Khan wouldn't get them. Now Vince McMahon's new strategy is let's have Tony Khan buy everybody, and hopefully the ship will get so full it'll start to sink. That's McMahon's new strategy, him and Nick Khan, his chief strategizing officer, man. And they're going to try to cut costs, and they're going to try to fill up Tony Khan's boat. They're going to fill up his checkbook so that that ship will start to sink. That's Vince McMahon's new theory. But originally, it was to gobble up the best talents in the world so Tony couldn't get them. So yeah, they are the best talents in the world. They were just misutilized. AEW and Tony Khan is actually doing it correctly. So people can hate all they want. Again, people are going to hate on something that is successful. There's always going to be haters. And if there isn't, then that person isn't doing something correctly. So they can call AEW whatever they want, man. It means they're doing business correctly. Lord French Fries, happy birthday, man. Danny Green, thank you for that coffee, Danny Green. I see you up in here, man. Thank you for that love. Flips One, $4.99 coffee. Flips One says, after yesterday's Raw, I'm glad I worked Saturday. Yeah, you ain't got to watch SummerSlam, man. Just tune in to BC's review, Flips One. I'll have everything covered for you, brah. Because this is not build. This is lack thereof. This is negligence. This is carelessness. This is laziness. What they produced last night. Hey, Ray Hunt. I see you with that coffee, dude. Ray Hunt, looks like I canceled my cable just in time, but I saw the highlights, more like lowlights on the tube, and I must say it's getting more pitiful. Bro, I'm not going to say I was expecting more, because this company has showed us that they can't deliver more. In the past 10 years, it's been awful week after week, and it gets worse and worse. But because it's SummerSlam, and there is some matches on this card that you can make something out of, I was hoping for a little something that's going to, like, captivate. You know, like SmackDown did, even with the promo with Roman and John Cena. A little bit of extra gusto. Nothing last night. Nothing. Everything I said in the cold open is absolutely true, man. Thank you, Ray Hunt. Ashley Steggles, good to see you up in here, man. Ashley Steggles, 179. Salute. So glad I didn't catch Raw. No, man. A lot of you guys tell me you don't even watch the show. You just tune into BC, bro. I appreciate it, Ashley Steggles. You didn't miss shit, and we're about to go over it all right now. Unique Butterfly, 5 spot. Good to see Unique up in here. Raw is such a sad show. I'm so glad I didn't watch it. It would have put me to sleep for sure. It's the cure for insomnia. We always say that, right? Unique Butterfly, you missed nothing, as I just told Ashley Steggles and a bunch of you. I'm about to go over it now, and you tell me what you would have liked to have gone back and watched. There's nothing, brah. Fuck, man. Jesse Borsler, 5 spot. Jesse. I remember the whole Goldberg said Drew was running down the Legends thing. Funny thing is, it was actually Randy doing it, not Drew. WWE messed that up. It's exactly what I meant, Jesse. I remember that feud, and they were trying to make something out of nothing because they knew McIntyre versus Goldberg didn't make sense. Goldberg is just showing up and saying, you're next. You weren't even here. So what's the story? What's the build? What's going to captivate people? So they had Goldberg say that he's tired of McIntyre running down the Legends. The problem was McIntyre was a face, and the whole night McIntyre was telling the Legends how much he respects them. It made zero fucking sense, and these are the logic gaps that are lacking in this company. or should I say the logic gaps are plentiful. There is no logic in the company. That's what I mean about carelessness and negligence. They don't even care what's going on to national TV. They're like, yeah, tell Drew you're tired of him running down the legends. It makes sense. And then here you are now. There's no story here with Lashley because he did the same thing. He shows up and he's like, you're next. The problem is, what's going to make people care? The whole storyline has been Gage Goldberg. Goldberg's son. Again, we're doing this. We did this a couple years ago when Goldberg said the reason he came back was so his son could see him win the title. That happened. Now it's just a vicious fucking cycle twice a year. Anyway, Jesse Borsler, you ain't kidding, man. Jody Gilly, my fellow Bray Wyatt member, man. Jody Gilly loves Bray like BC does. $9.99 Jody, that was supposed to get me hyped for SummerSlam, question mark. Epic fail. It's like they aren't even trying to entertain anymore. Crowd was dead, not even hiding the piping and crowd noise. Worst Raw I've ever seen. Tragically, Jody, I've seen even worse. But when you're talking SummerSlam's go-home show, Jody Gilly, this is absolute negligent booking at its fucking best. Like if you were trying to sabotage your show, Jody, this is what you would do. Like if your goal is to not get people interested for SummerSlam, this is the type of show you would produce. You would throw people into a rubber ducky kiddie pool. You would have somebody called Doudrop stealing a doll. You would have people trying to fruit roll up one another in a park. You would have your main event feud focusing on a high schooler. You would have two dudes in the main storyline on the whole brand hugging it out. This is what you would have on a show. And this is exactly what we had last night, Jody. Your words are utmost truth. The fourth one, 5 spot. Thank you, Jody. The fourth one, this show was absolutely tragic. There's no other word for it, man. Fourth one, we're not even being overly dramatic, right? This is just us doing this every fucking week for years. Month after month, year after year, we've been doing this show, reviewing it. And the fourth one, you know by now, like these SummerSlam's go-home show for 2021. It's a billion-dollar conglomerate company. They're not, we always joke and say they're a bunch of idiots in that company, but no, there's got to be some smart motherfuckers. There's no way that this type of show can be produced to get people excited for SummerSlam. There's no possible fucking way. Yet it happened. Fourth one, I don't fucking know, bro. Jacob Donnelly, 5 spot coffee. Jacob, thank you, brother. Even with SummerSlam looking solid enough, hard for me to be invested in WWE TV when CM Punk is 95% debuting on Rampage on Friday. Genuinely excited. Well, he's stealing the headlines, Jacob Donnelly. That's why SmackDown, Rampage alone was stealing the headlines. That's why on SmackDown you saw a new champion crowned and they tried to do something big with Cena and Reigns. They tried to be the talk of the town. Now Vince McMahon is banking on, okay, Punk is going to debut on Friday for AEW, but then 24 hours later, it's damn it, SummerSlam. And Vince McMahon thinks that SummerSlam alone is going to steal the headlines from Punk. But if he produces a shit show, the CM Punk storyline is going to far outlive anything that SummerSlam does next week. And that's going to be the water-cooled talking points. So I agree, Jacob Donnelly. There's no fucking way that people are going to get invested in this when another company is giving us more to be excited about or looking forward to. I'm not even a Punk fan. And I know that this means something in pro wrestling. This dude coming back. Now, what does he do? How is he going to be booked? Does it move the pendulum backwards or forward? We'll see, man. You know? But bro, SummerSlam, it's what I was saying earlier, Jacob. The SummerSlam card isn't horrible, so why not just book it to make people care about the matches? Fucking real, bro. William F. 10 spot, man. $9.99. William F. Couple of coffees. Have a coffee, BC. Thank you, William F. Good to see you up in here, man. At least you being amped trashing WWE is entertaining. Have a great week, BC. I can speak. William F., I appreciate it, man. I truly, it's not a shtick for me. You know that, William F. I don't like to just come in front of, when the red light goes on, just start trashing WWE. Believe it or not, the numbers go even higher when you're positive. I just can't lie to my audience. I'm not going to come in front of the camera when the red light goes on and start fucking bullshitting. You know that, William F., man. So I'm glad I can entertain you guys. But while we're talking about pro wrestling, it is frustrating because it is a billion-dollar conglomerate company. They should be kicking ass. They should be exciting everybody. I remember growing up and how I felt about SummerSlam, even into my teenage years, into my fucking early adult. It was SummerSlam. And now it's fucking like, it's so redundant and sad and lazy and negligent and careless that it just seems like another show, bro. And then because it's Saturday night, a lot of people don't even realize that it's SummerSlam weekend, this weekend. I bet you a lot of people are going to miss it, not even knowing it's Saturday night, let alone this weekend. William F., much love, dude. Thank you. Easy does it. What up, Easy does it? 5-Spot Coffee. I'm gonna go down with the ship, hoping one day someone remembers that they're a wrestling company. SummerSlam could have been awesome. Like, what the fuck? You said it perfectly, Easy does it. I think that's what's pissing us off the most, is that SummerSlam had potential to be something big. Finally, for once in many years, we get an event that could be something. And it was the same redundant booking. The same type of laziness, the same type of befuddlement. That's the perfect word, and I think I used that in the thumbnail. Just befuddled. And you see all the goofy looks from the superstars on that thumbnail. I thought that was the perfect fucking thumbnail. Because we're all, even the audience, befuddled. Easy does it. Thank you, brother. The fourth one, 4-Spot. Did you see the AEW ad on USA? Oh, I'm going to get to that, bro. Absolutely, I saw that, man. All is fair in love and war, bro. People were upset about that. Fourth one, I'm going to get to that ad, bro. AEW trying to get that extra shine on Monday nights. Jesse Borsler, another coffee 5-Spot. I didn't even know this was the SummerSlam go-home show. The show ending with Goldberg's kid is laughable. It's laughable for so many reasons, Jesse. Again, we saw this before when he was littler, right? When he was younger. And he would take him over the barricade and the whole feud would be revolved around the kid. Now he's just a couple years older and we're doing the same thing because they know there is no story between him and Lashley. He just showed up and said, "You're next." That can't be a story. And then on top of that, they're too lazy to make a story. So every way you would look at it, Jesse Borsler, it's laughable. Blitzball. What up, Blitzball champ? Good to see Blitzball up in here. When it's 10-Spot, when it is so bad that Eva Marie has a match on SummerSlam, then this clearly is in the hunt for being the worst SummerSlam pay-per-view of all time. Blitzball champ, I'm not going to argue that, man. And again, I'll say this a fifth time. It's because it had potential, this card. It had potential. They said, Mickey James, we don't find any use for you in this company. Mickey James. But Eva Marie, you're getting a SummerSlam match. Makes sense. Or not so much. Blitzball champ. Make sure I got everybody, guys. Hold on. I see Network Guy Dave. Network Guy Dave. I caught you put up a super in the last stream. I did not get that originally. I got it later. I appreciate it, my man. I even had it down somewhere, and I don't know where it is. But just know I got that, man. I appreciate it. Thank you for the coffee. Just like this one, Network Guy Dave. I did get that, man. I appreciate it. And on this one, Network Guy Dave with another coffee says, "What's up, BC? I'll watch your reviews. But I refuse to watch Raw or SmackDown. I'm tired of Vince playing with our intelligence. No shade towards the talent." Perfectly said, Network Guy Dave. You ain't got to watch this bullshit. BC will for you. Come on back on these reviews, and I'll let you know what you either missed, maybe go back and check out, or everything that you should be glad you missed. And BC will rip it apart. Network Guy Dave, much appreciated, man. Much love and respect. Danny Green, 449, says, "I wish Stone Cold would repeat his Lance Storm promo from 2002. He came out in a Storm match saying, 'boring,' and fell asleep. Wish he'd do that now." Doesn't even need to, bro, Danny Green. That is a fucking laugh, though. But he doesn't even need to, bro. Now, it's to the point where it's no words need to be spoken. We're literally, look at the crowd last night. Even the crowd just wanted a nice cozy bed to lay their dome piece, man. A heavenly bed, like the Swan Hotel at Disney World, man. Sink into that shit, and you're set for the next 10 hours. Danny Green, much love and respect. Eric Decker, 5-Spot Coffee. Hey, BC, hope you're doing good, man. We rocking, Eric Decker. Very early we started this. It's going to be one of those streams where most that are going to catch it is going to be the thousands coming in later. But just know I had to do this early because I have a lot to do today. But Eric Decker, hopefully you're doing good too, man. Eric says, Raw was so bad, I wish I could go back to the WWF Raw days. Also, what are your thoughts on Tebow being released? Yeah, man, everybody wishes we could go back to what Raw used to be, bro. Even commentary, give me Jerry Lawler and Jim Ross in their fucking prime. Come on, bro. I'll even take Chainsaw Charlie at this point, and that was one of the more laughable characters, but we loved Terry fucking fuck. I'll take the Headbangers. Does anybody remember the Headbangers? Or fucking Savio Vega? I'll take them, bro. Anyway, Tebow being released doesn't too much surprise me. There's talent in there, but that was just a career that has just been up and down so many times that I think people just lost the vision. So it doesn't actually shock me. It's kind of sad, but it doesn't shock me. Eric Decker, thanks, man. Carlos, there he is, man. I went on so early. I was thinking, is Carlos going to be up in this bitch? Carlos Ray, 5-Spot, salute BC. I'm going to have to hang out in the background today, but just letting you know I'm watching, brother. Very bad go-home show. Carlos, as long as you're tuning in, man, and this will be on later for the thousands as well. Thank you, Carlos. Yeah, I'll be shouting for the next half an hour to an hour at least. You know that. Try to get everybody. Jeffrey Ross, what up, Jeffrey? Jeffrey Ross with a $4.99 coffee. What's up, BC? Did I miss any of the review? Red team, go! The last 5 to 10 minutes, we've just been shooting the shit with some supers, but I did leave a pretty badass 10-minute cold open at the jump. So, Jeffrey Ross, when this is over, I would check the first 10 minutes, man. I'm just speaking nothing but truth, and I have some words to say to those that say, I thought it was a good show. I pretty much just exposed the truth. You can have an opinion, but you can't say it was a good show because factually it wasn't. So we had that in the cold open, Jeffrey Ross. Much love. Check that out, man. Thanks for showing the love. Tay Beta Metal 9. Ty Bat Metal 9. Hopefully I said that correctly. What up, Tay? 5-Spot BC. Dude, did you see Jeff Hardy and Cross third match again? Oh, we're going to get to that in this review. Trust me. Tay Bat Metal 9. We're going to get to that shit. Trust me. At least it went the way it should have gone in the very first fucking week. But yeah, I saw it. We're going to talk about it. Tay Bat Metal 9. Much love and respect. Thank you. Good to see you up in here. I think I got everybody for now, man. I'll try to get the supers as they come. Tube's been kind of down with them. I got to do it like Tetris and kind of hit them right when they pop up, like this one with Papo Jr. 2-Spot. Heading to work. BC's live. Amp unit. Salute. Papo Jr., salute, man. Kick ass at work, brother. Thanks for stopping by and smashing that up, bro. Helps the algorithm later for the thousands coming up. So, Papo Jr., you know, man. Tried and true, you're the best. All right, this is I'm going to get this review started, man. I'll get supers as they come along. But this is your SummerSlam go-home show. And we start with Randy Orton and Matt Riddle having a back-and-forth promo with AJ Styles and Omos. No lie. This is our biggest feud in WWE Raw for SummerSlam. It ended the night last Monday. It ended the show. RKBro in this whole fucking storyline or lack thereof. And then this week they started the show and then had a couple more segments during it. In fact, they announced Orton versus Omos for later and Matt Riddle versus AJ Styles to kick the night off. Or when we come back from commercial break. Now, listen, dude, Riddles and Styles was an okay match. The best part of this match was AEW running an ad for Rampage during the fucking match. They went to commercial and AEW had a fucking ad, bro. Bro, I say, get 'em, boy. All is fair in love and war. So you can cry. If you're a WWE dick rider, you can cry all you want. All is fair in love and war, man. They put an ad up. They're trying to get some of those fucking eyeballs for a better product. Let's be honest. It is a better product. I fucking love that, to be honest. Good job, Tony Khan. Hit him right in the fucking mouth. So that was the best part of the match. And again, it was actually a decent match. But AEW Rampage's commercial, that got a pop from BC. This was exactly a 10-minute match, not a second more. And it ended with a Styles clash. AJ got the W over Riddle, again, with the Styles clash. I'm okay with this for the main focal point. Watch the statistics, right? You guys know I'm a numbers guy. I love numbers. This is AJ Styles' first singles victory since May 17th. And you know who that was against. Who the whole roster defeats. One of the worst losing streaks I've ever seen. Elias. But you would have to go back. One of the best wrestlers in the world. AJ motherfucking Styles. You'd have to go back to May 17th. That was the last time that AJ Styles won a singles match. May, June, July. 4 months, bro. 4 fucking months, and one of the best wrestlers in the world is holding the hand of 7'3" Omos. Either losing every other week, or when he does win, I think it was only 2 tag team victories in the last couple of months. 2! So even when he's in the tag team, he can't even buy victories. But that's why beggars can't be choosers. I'm taking this victory. AJ Styles finally gets a fucking win and looks like one of the best wrestlers in the fucking world. There's a crazy concept. And as far as Matt Riddle, hey man, he may have lost, but maybe he can hug somebody later in the night, right? Maybe he can take his role model, Randy Orton, and hug it out. We'll talk about that. John Alexander, 5-Spot Coffee. What up, John? Headed to the gym to smash some deadlifts. Stay amplified. Stay amped, unit. Oh, you know it, John. We only know one way, bro. Amplified. Smash it out at the gym, bro. I got later, man. It's leg day for BC, but we'll smash it out at around maybe midnight tonight. I got a full day before that. John, much love and respect, man. Smash it today at the gym. Quincy Gray, 5-Spot Coffee. Omos does nothing for me. He's like the great Khali. Also, there's no great big men in WWE right now. Braun Strowman was your last good big man. No lies detected, Quincy. They ruined Braun Strowman 7 different times to the point where he became irrelevant. But yeah, Omos, that's why. You remember when they won the tag titles, they were off TV for a month and they tried to make it out like they just went on vacation. No, AJ Styles and everybody was trying to get Omos to be a wrestler, and it just isn't working, obviously. So I don't mind big men in wrestling, but you have to have a little bit more charisma than that, man. There's going to have to be more to Omos's character. Otherwise, I got you one better than the great Khali, bro. He's going to be another Giant Gonzalez. Which, by the way, in WCW, Giant Gonzalez was fucking awesome. Giant Gonzalez in WWF, that was Vince McMahon ruining what could have been a good thing. But, yeah, man, you see Omos and nothing is captivating. And I like the dude. But I don't think AJ Styles should be holding this dude's hand, bro. Quincy Gray, thanks, man. And I think I got John Alexander too. So I want to move on, guys, because I got nothing to harp on there. Matt Riddle losing a match again. It is what it is. AJ Styles could not afford to lose another fucking match. His first victory since May 17th. Next, we get a rematch from last week. That's a theme of last night. It's a theme every fucking week. Rematch after rematch after fucking rematch. But we get Rhea Ripley versus an individual who claims she's almost a superhero. That's a true story. There's someone on the roster that claims she's almost a superhero. Oh, Nikki. Before the match, we get the same promo we've been getting every single week with this shit gimmick. Every week, it's the same promo that she cuts before the fucking match. You can almost achieve your dreams. You can almost be anything you want to be. You just gotta believe in the almost aspect. And it's the participation trophy hoorah speech. She's been giving it every week for the last 2 months. Has that not getting stale and redundant to you guys yet? How many weeks do we start off with this, man? Come on, bro. We don't need these promos anymore. They're so fucking bad. Just telling everyone you can be a participation trophy award winner and everything will be A-okay. And on top of that, it's just leading to a fucking rematch. Charlie Flair is on commentary. This is a 7-minute match. And it ends with the Raw Women's Champion, almost superhero Ash, getting pinned 5 nights before SummerSlam in her title defense. Pinned via a riptide. So Rhea Ripley gets a W over the champion one-on-one. What the fuck? How is this even in the realm of acceptable to somebody? This is your champion, bro. And I can't even say this is her only loss last night. You'll find out more a little bit later. Nikki ASH, your champion, lost another match later in the night. They just took their champion and they're like, just go out there and lose a bunch tonight. And this is somebody that's supposed to captivate you for SummerSlam because she's a champion. She's supposed to be looked at as a champion. And when she loses the championship, it's supposed to be a big moment because the champion got defeated. You never see the champion get defeated. That's why they're a champion. Could you imagine Bret Hart getting beat every fucking Monday night when he was a champion? Or Hulk Hogan? Or if it's an IC championship, could you imagine Razor Ramon getting beat 4 times out of the fucking 4 times every 5 weeks? Twice in a night, leading into a SummerSlam match for Razor Ramon? How is this even in the realm of acceptable, bro? I can't fathom anymore. I don't think there's any more WWE dick riders. I don't. I think they're just trying to be trolls, and I use the word trying. I honestly, because there's no way that you can even if you coddle the balls of this company for so long, there's no way that you could possibly stand up for it anymore. They took their champion and had her lose a bunch last night, 5 days before she's probably going to lose it anyway, the title. She loses via a fucking riptide, and then Rhea Ripley's losing as well later in the night. Oh yeah, we're going to get to that, trust me. So it's beyond 50-50 catastrophic booking. We'll end hour number 1 in a second. I just got to get to some VIPs that I just saw pop up, man. Like Tetris, I gotta shout them out. Jamal Strachan, $9.99. Jamal, what's up, BC? What up, Jamal? Sad to see what Raw has become. I don't even bother to watch anymore. I just watch your reviews because I had more fun playing pool with my boys and drinking beers. Oh, I miss doing that when I was younger, man. Yeah. I caused too much trouble and I was forced to grow up. But Jamal, enjoy those days, man. And yeah, you don't need to watch these shows, man. BC's got your back on this. And everybody tells me that, man. They stop watching the show and they just tune into BC's reviews. Hopefully I'm doing them justice. Jamal, thank you. Joey's Adventures, $4.99. Alexa vs. Eva at SummerSlam is WWE asking for "We Want Wyatt" chants. It's like they want to keep him relevant. Maybe he resigns with WWE, man. I don't know. But the Alexa Bliss character without Bray Wyatt, to say something is missing would be an understatement. Joey's Adventures. Much love, dude. Kevin Langhoff. Here's almost a coffee. Ha, BC Amp, baby. Kevin Langhoff. Here's enough for almost a coffee, baby. Actually, a Dunkin', I think that is a coffee, bro. Thank you for the 2 spot. Kevin, appreciate it, dude. Jeffrey Ross with another $1.99. Does Nikki even win matches? I think she won one like a few weeks ago, bro. And then she threw a parade because she didn't know what to do with herself. She's so used to almost accomplishing shit. So she won the fucking title and then won a match a couple weeks later. And she was like, what is happening? I thought I was almost. Jeffrey Ross, I have no fucking idea, bro. They don't have an idea. It would be one thing if BC just didn't have an idea. I'll try to get into the know. When WWE doesn't have a clue what they're doing, that's when you know these shows are going to be shit. World of Wrestling, 5 spot coffee. World of Wrestling. Watched Pain and Gain with The Rock was better than Raw. Pretty pathetic. What a joke. You're right. Now, it actually is a good movie. And that's a better 2 hours than the 3 hours we watch on Raw every Monday night. World of Wrestling, no lies detected. Jamal, $1.99. Alexa Bliss with this character is disrespectful, 100%. And it's not Alexa's fault. It's Vince McMahon. For jacking the character, giving it to Alexa, releasing Bray, and telling her to Alexa to go out and still do Bray's gimmick. You're damn right it's disrespectful. From the very top, Vincent Kennedy McMahon, VKM himself. Jamal, no doubt, bro. We ended hour number 1 with a handicap rematch. That's right. Veer and Shanky versus Drew McIntyre. Again, I say, sound familiar? It should. It is a rematch from just a couple weeks ago. This was just 2 weeks ago, too. 2 weeks ago. We saw the same handicap match. You can't tell me there's anybody underneath the sun on this planet that is aching for a handicap match between Veer and Shanky versus, or whatever the fuck his name is, Shanky, versus Drew McIntyre. Nobody is yearning for one match, let alone a second match within 3 weeks. 2 weeks ago, we just saw this. I'm cool if you want to do Drew McIntyre versus Jinder Mahal. That's fine. It's your company. I like Drew McIntyre, and believe it or not, this is not a popular opinion here, but I like Jinder Mahal. I would have a place for him. He's being booked like everybody else, like trash, and not in the right positions, which is making people hate him more. But I don't mind Drew or Jinder. I don't mind this match. But how we're getting to it is absolutely nauseating. You'd have to be delusional to think that this is making people care. You blew your load 2 weeks ago when you gave a handicap match to try to push a Drew versus Jinder Summerslam match. You blew your load on that handicap match. You found yourself here last night and you thought, shit, we don't have anything else and we don't want to get creative. That takes too much work. Let's give them the same fucking match we blew our load on 2 weeks ago. So then we got the same fucking handicap match. The same fucking handicap match. I'm okay with the match, but you have, for the build, for the storyline, you have to at least put in the bare minimum effort. Bare minimum is all we're asking at the jump. Beggars can't be choosers. We'll get bare minimum at this point. This type of laziness and lack of care is unacceptable for BC. If you're on this channel, this is unacceptable booking. If you want more positivity, if you want people to be a little lenient on this company, if you want people to be less harsh, go somewhere else. There's a 1,000 channels in this community that'll give you all the rainbow fucking soft chocolate batch cookies that you want. This is not that channel, bro. I have to hold this company accountable because it fucking sucks. The company as a whole sucks. These shows beyond suck. It's beyond a pathetic disaster. I was being nice in the fucking tagline in the thumbnail. This is beyond befuddling. This is beyond a pathetic disaster. McIntyre pins Spanky. What the fuck is his name? I'll call him Spanky. I forget. Stanky? Spanky. We'll call him Spanky because I really did forget. So McIntyre defeats Spanky, and get this. The match time was 8 minutes. So not only did they do the same rematch, they didn't even have anything planned for this. They were just like, go out there, 7-8 minutes, and just win, Drew. And then yell at Jinder afterwards. And you have 617 creative writers for that? You know, there's people that go, basically, you're being too hot. What's everyone laugh? What happened? Oh, because I called him Spanky? What's his name? Spanky. What's his name? Shanky? Yeah, Shanky. What'd I say? Spanky. Oh, what the fuck? That is kind of funny, actually. Spanky. Well, the company has Dewdrop. We're not that far off from a fucking Spanky. I used to literally call fucking Slap Tits. What was his name? I called him Slap Nuts. Or Slap Tits. What was his real name? Slapjack? I called him Slapnuts. And for the longest time, I started to believe his name was actually Slapnuts. It's something Vince would do. I don't even fucking know anymore with this shit. You got fucking T-Bitch, you got Puff Daddy's Mace. I thought I told you that we won't stop. I thought I told you that we won't stop. Bad boy for life. Yeah, boy, Puffy in the house. Mace, B.I.G. Does anybody remember? Or is BC just dating himself? That was the original Mace back in the day. Anyway, fuck are we talking about, man? Our number one is finished just like that. Were you guys excited? Stop it. No, you were not. Nothing captivated you in our number one for that shit, and you know it. Clutch City Fan, 5-spot coffee. Clutch City Fan, I see you, dog. BC headed to work. Have a coffee on me. Bro, appreciate that, man. Clutch City Fan. Kick ass at work today, brother. Thank you for the love and support. Thank you for the coffee. Appreciate it, dude. Carlos Ray, another coffee, says BC, this almost a superhero gimmick has got to go. It's gotten ridiculously bad. And Carlos, we knew it from the jump. We like Nikki Cross, right, Carlos? But we knew Vince was going to get a hold of this character and just absolutely flip it upside down, stuff it right into a fucking hut that nobody will find the logic in. You knew it. This was going to be a bootleg in a really bad way of Amali Holly. You know what it is? Did anybody ever see the movie Secret Life of Pets? It's like a cartoon movie. There's a bunny played by, I believe, Kevin Hart. His name is Snowball. And it's Kevin Hart, man. He's like, what the hell, man? What are you looking at? Put me down, bitch. What the fuck you looking at? Everybody, come on. That's how he talks. And he's a little bunny. He's hilarious. He's an evil bunny. And he becomes a superhero in the last movie. Now you look at a picture of superhero Snowball from Secret Life of Pets, and you tell me that Nikki Cross didn't jack it. Nikki Cross jacked the character, bro. Now I'm live. We are L-I-V-E live right now, brother. There's no other way to put it. We are live. I can't put up a fucking visual. But if I was doing one of my GIF type videos and I could put up pics, I would show you, man. Nikki Cross jacked that character from superhero Snowball from Secret Life of Pets. Kevin Hart. You got to give Kevin Hart some of those residuals, brah. Carlos, much love and respect, dude. You know that. Not Puffy, 179. What up, Not Puffy? ABC, I might have to catch this when it goes up. Yeah, man, this will be up later on, Not Puffy. We started this very early. I understand that thousands are going to end up catching this later. It's all good, brother. This will be up. Not Puffy. I appreciate it. Make sure I got everybody before we go to hour number 2. As if anybody wants to fucking do that right now. Hold on, I think I dropped a couple here. Hold on. Clutch City fan, I appreciate it. Joey's Adventures with another coffee says, I thought the crowd was going to turn on Drew by now, but I was wrong. Yeah, no, we love Drew, man. We wish he was booked better like everybody else, but we love Drew McIntyre, man. This feud is doing nothing for him. And again, I don't even mind him versus Jinder. I just wish it was done correctly, but I'm always saying shit like that, aren't I? But yeah, man, we love Drew. You know that, Joey's Adventures. I know you're a big Bray fan, just like BC. So, I mean, you know, those that we respect, we don't just turn on. Joey's Adventures, thanks, man. Kevin Langhoff, another 5 spot. Kevin, have you heard the rumors that Sasha and Bianca could miss SummerSlam? Came from PWI, I think. Here is a full coffee. No almost coffee, Kevin. I appreciate it, dude. First one was a Dunkin'. That's a Starbucks. I did hear those rumors, and it came from nothing. It was just because they were kept off of a couple of house shows. They probably want to save that rematch. Or maybe because of the pandemic, they just wanted precautions. Who knows? But it looks like it's on, Kevin, because last night they had 2 ads that were promoting that match. And last night when Corey Graves, Jimmy Smith, and Byron Saxton went through the whole crowd, Sasha and Bianca, when they went over that match, it was one of the last ones, like it was going to be one of the double main events. So it looks like that match is definitely on, Kevin. But I did hear those rumors that Sasha and Bianca is off of SummerSlam due to unforeseen circumstances. But they were talking about it last night, bro. Thank you, Kevin. It'll be interesting to see. I wonder why they are being kept off. Anybody see that? Anybody see the fucking Secret Life movie, or is that just me? All right, well, I was the only one that saw the movie. Well, trust me, the superhero gimmick for Nikki ASH, it was jacked from Kevin Hart's Snowball character. Just trust me. World of Wrestling, 5 spot. What up, World of Wrestling? Another coffee. Cardi B song is about BJs. I guess WWE is admitting they are blowing. Laugh my ass off. Fuck this company, AEW for life. Cardi B is always talking about some shit like that, bro. I don't even think... World of Wrestling, I don't even think they understand the lyrics when they choose these songs to put on their shit, man. They're just like, yeah, she's hip. People like her. They don't even care what the fuck it's saying, bro. The song could literally say WWE absolutely sucks dick. And it'll be up in the fucking spotlight promoting SummerSlam. They don't know. Jeffrey Ross, $4.99. I'm debating watching SummerSlam. If Bianca and Sasha are taken off of it, I'm not watching at all. There's rumors going around, Jeffrey, but they talked about it a couple of times last night. So it looks like, Jeffrey Ross, that Sasha and Bianca is on. Now, are they just promoting this and at the last second they're going to pull the match? They've done this before where they don't want people to do what you just said, Jeffrey. They don't want people to either cancel it or not buy it because that match was one of the bigger ones. And at the last second, they're going to say that that match is being pulled. Vince has done some shady shit like that. It's going to be interesting to see if Sasha and Bianca hit up any shows going forward or if there's any more word. I hope that that match is not pulled. I also heard that who they worked with Friday, Carmella and Zelina Vega, were also not used. Could this be a pandemic situation where somebody had cases and now they have to be taken off for 2 weeks? If that's the case, everybody misses SummerSlam. We'll find out. Jeffrey Ross. Thank you, brother. Hour number 2 starts with Moist TV starring Johnny Drip Drip. It's like Miz TV, but even fucking worse. Oh, hold up. BC Amplified fan. What up, BC Amplified fan? 5 spot. There are rumors Sasha got cove since she's anti-vax, and then Bianca got exposed to it with the SmackDown ending. It wouldn't matter if she's anti-vax or not, though, BC Amplified fan. Vax people are getting it even at an alarming rate as well. It's even breaking down their wall. So we can't say that it's just because she's anti-vax. I won't allow that, but it could be, man. It's kind of odd how they all got taken out, and if that's the case, then they all get booted from SummerSlam. BC Amplified fan. Thank you, brother. So Moist TV, Johnny Drip Drip. Yes, I said Moist TV. Don't ask. Special guest is Miz. Damian Priest interrupts. He tries pitting Miz and Morrison against one another, and Drip Drip finds out that Miz has been cleared for weeks to compete. So he proposes a match between Miz and Priest. Miz tries to back out of the match, but Priest shoves him into a rubber ducky kiddie pool. I can't believe those words are coming out of my mouth for a wrestling review. But Miz was pushed into a rubber ducky kiddie pool. Literally, a kiddie pool with rubber duckies. But I'm too harsh bashing the show? Never thought those words would utter out of my fucking mouth. Sheamus was on commentary for this 4-minute match, just 4 minutes. Rematch, by the way. It was a rematch, Miz versus Damian Priest. We've seen that several times. But that's the running theme of last night for weeks and months. Rematch after rematch. Miz gets beat by Priest in 4 minutes. By Sheamus' own move. It was to show Sheamus, not only can I win, I can win with your fucking move and do it better than you. And then post-match, Sheamus yells at Priest. Did that intrigue anybody to see Damian Priest versus Sheamus? I'll look forward to the match. I think it's going to be a good match. The storyline is jack shit, and you know it. You know, you have all these writers. You have a dude that used to be a billionaire, and still is a billionaire, a former genius in Vince McMahon. And this is the best you have for your U.S. Championship feud. To get people excited in the story, you have a rematch for the 10th time with Miz and Priest, and then after the match, Sheamus yells at Damian Priest. Wow! And I'm the fucking bad guy because I'm just asking, can we please get a little bit more? Can we get better than Miz getting dunked into a kiddie rubber ducky pool on Moist TV? I say this all the time. How the fuck, if somebody is watching with you or walks into the room, how do you honestly describe what you are watching? How do you describe what you're watching? You got a guy on a show called Moist TV, and he gets shoved into a rubber ducky kiddie pool with a huge unicorn float behind it. A unicorn float. And they're talking about getting moist and wet all night. How do you, I'm the bad guy? I mean, that's fine. I've been the bad guy my whole fucking life. I made more mistakes and bad choices than anybody in this world. I still sleep like a fucking baby at night because I'll wear that black hat, literally and figuratively. I'll be the boogeyman in the community, but fuck, I ask you guys to do one favor for me. Ask yourself, how do you defend this shit? It's unacceptable. You gotta be a delusional moron. Eva Marie then it gets better. Oh man, hour number 2. We are rocking on all cylinders. Thank you guys. The over 150 that smashed that up already. Thank you guys, man. That'll help the algorithm later. Eva Marie instructs Doudrop. That's right. There's still a person on the roster called Doudrop. And Eva Marie instructs Doudrop to go to Alexa's playground and bring back Lilly. Doudrop does just that, grabbing Lilly from Alexa's grasp. But Bliss says, I wouldn't do that. And Doudrop stops suddenly, looking like she has to take a shit. Doudrop stops and stares at the doll like she has to go to the bathroom all of a sudden. Obviously, they're playing it like she's fucking hypnotized or some shit. And then she hands Bliss back her doll. And I'm thinking, okay, what next? Chucky better be coming in and start beating up everybody. Little Chucky. Remember the doll Chucky from the movie Chucky? Or Child's Play, I think the movie was called. I'm like, something better happen here. I'm sick of that. I'm done with this fucking Lilly shit if it's going to lead to winking and hypnosis and all that shit. Like, the Bray Wyatt gimmick is not going to work if you don't have Bray Wyatt. This is a bootleg fucking... remember the rabbit that always used to die in the Bray Wyatt's fucking fun house? Ramblin' Rabbit, I think his name was. There was the fucking Abby the Witch. There was the pig. I mean, that was fun because Bray brought it to life, man. Lilly is not doing that. I'm like, Chucky better be coming in here, bro. Nothing. Doudrop gives the doll back. Doudrop, this is the segment, and I know so many of you guys don't watch. You just watch my review. This is what happened. Doudrop steals the doll and then gives the doll back, and the segment ends. The segment ends. Just ends. You guys realize that Chucky is now, it's owned by Universal, Comcast, all of that. There's a new series on USA Network and Sci-Fi. It's going to play on both. I think Sci-Fi gets it first, or one of the two. But Chucky, so you have the rights. Just have Chucky come in and fuck shit up, and that could end Lilly. So you have a good way to end, right? She's not just putting time out for eternity, and Vince McMahon doesn't have to admit that we won, right? Oh, they didn't like it, so we're going to get rid of it. But I can't give in. I can't cave in. My self-esteem. My ego is too big. I'm stubborn. So here's a good way, Vince. You could do away with Lilly by having Chucky come in and fucking ruin her. You want to have dolls be in the spotlight? Have the real motherfucker. Have our bad boy, Chucky, show up. If you're not going to have Chucky, then that's done. I'm done with the Lilly shit. Because it is clear, the doll is just not happening. Maybe if Bray was still around, that could work. She takes the doll and she gives it back. And I'm being too harsh? I'm too negative? How do you figure? I'm just stating the facts. And I'm just declaring that even if you claim you don't like Beasley, I don't like Beasley, but you've probably watched every fucking minute of so far an hour of this review. I don't like him. But I love watching him because he's amazing at what he does. You're right. I am amazing at what I do. I am knowledgeable. Even if you claim you don't like me, you gotta be honest with yourself. You deserve better than this. By the way, before we move on to the end of hour number 2, shout out to Kofi Kingston for sporting that Wu-Tang Clan shirt last night. He had the Wu-Tang outfit. Don't think like I didn't notice that shit in the background. It was like a fucking segment. I don't know if it was, man, I forgot who it was. There was two people like cutting a promo, and in the back, Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods were holding up a sign saying, buy my t-shirts, and trying to like just be fucking asses. But he was sporting his fucking Wu-Tang, man. I saw that shit. Badass shirt. We all had that growing up. Hold on. I got some VIP. Was that Miz and Morrison? Yeah, Miz and Morrison were cutting a backstage promo. And then I see fucking Kofi come in with his Wu-Tang shirt, man. I'm like, oh, you bringing me back to junior high, bro. That's all we used to listen to back in the day. Wu-Tang. Well, that and 80s Coke Rock, man. I'll forever love my Def Leppard and fucking Journey and all that shit. I hit up all aspects and when it comes to the music fucking genres, bro. Jeffrey Ross, 199. I really like Piper in UK. What the fuck they doing to her? Jeffrey Ross, yeah, everybody loved Piper Niven, man. She had potential and then some. But you got to know when Vince gets his hands on him, his fucking blueprint on him, his fucking thumbs, his hands in the cookie jar of any of these individuals, he's going to ruin them. And that's what happened to Piper Niven. And now we got the dewdrop. Jeffrey Ross, much love, dude. Thank you. Much respect. Who do you got? Scooter McGee? Scooter McGee, $4.99. I'm disgusted. A top merch seller in Bray was fired, yet Eva Marie has a SummerSlam match. This pay-per-view sucks. I'll be rewatching SummerSlam 2002 instead. The funny part is, Scooter McGee, you're going to, even though you already saw SummerSlam 2002 probably multiple times, you're going to be more entertained, most likely, with 2002 SummerSlam than this one. And as far as Bray Wyatt getting released and Eva Marie having a match, this is why I put in that thumbnail, just befuddled. Because that's how this company leaves us. Scooter McGee. Much love and respect, dude. BC Amplified fan, 5 spot. Bray's puppets were never the reason for the storylines happening. They just helped the mind games of Bray. Lilly is the focal point of the feuds. That's perfectly put, BC Amplified fan. Perfectly put, man. Bray didn't have to lean on these puppets to be the mainstay or driving force in his feuds. With the fucking doll in Lilly, they're literally making it the focal point. Steal the doll. No, give it back. Eva Marie's pissed off that the doll didn't get stolen. Right, backstage in the third hour, I believe it was, Eva Marie slapped the taste out of the drop of dew. That's right, the drop of dew got 2 smacks across her mug, slapped the yellow straight off her teeth. Because Eva Marie was pissed off that she didn't retrieve the doll. So you're right, BC Amplified fan. The whole thing here is revolving around the fucking doll. Can we cut that shit out? Just asking, not for a friend, for BC. BC Amplified fan, thanks, bro. Fucking real. I see you, Clutch City fan. 5 spot. Clutch City fan with that coffee. BC, another coffee. I appreciate it, dude. The fact that Vince is putting these shows on TV while AEW is doing what they are doing is sickening. Stay amplified, my dude. You know it, Clutch City fan. You know what the thing is, Clutch City? Vince McMahon truly, I don't think, sees them as competition. I mean, he truly thinks that they cannot touch them. And I saw this before. You guys know, man, I'm a big fucking theme park nerd at heart, man. I just love the business of big theme parking, like Walt Disney World and Universal Studios. And back in the day, in 89, 90, when Universal Studios was debuting, Walt Disney World did a very sarcastic thing. They took out a piece in the paper. They bought a piece in the paper, and they literally welcomed Universal Studios. And the way that they did it was... it was like passive-aggressive. It was like, yeah, welcome, kid. A little bit more eyeballs to Central Florida is a good thing. Best of luck. It was basically like saying, you're going to be over there like a SeaWorld in the corner. Let the big boys play over here. You just bring in more people to come to our park. And what happened is Universal Studios became its own conglomerate. And today, it is legit competition. Of course, Walt Disney World brings in more revenue and more people. They're a bigger conglomerate and they've been around longer. The driving force is there. But what Universal Studios has created, their own bubble, bro, people are now going to Central Florida for Universal Studios. It was never supposed to be that way. My point is, be careful with that passive-aggressive bullshit. Be careful not giving your competition, because that's what it is with Tony Khan. Be careful not giving them a little bit of love, a little bit of respect, a little bit of your attention. Because if you totally right-wing them and totally sideline them, and you totally push them, throw them, sweep them underneath the rug, bro, when they finally manifest, they're going to be on your ass, about to put you into the breakdown lane on the highway. That's what's happening. Of course they're legit competition. They've already pulled a 1-1 several times, 1-2 on their Wednesday Dynamite show. I just saw 2 months ago, Raw hit a 1.4. So they've already pulled a 1-2. Raw pulled a 1-4. That's been around for 30 fucking years, 25, 30, or whatever the fuck. So we already know their competition, bro. If you keep wanting to think that you're in your own bubble and you can't be touched, bro, when they finally ding you up, I don't want to hear any bitching, Vince. You did it to yourself. Anyway, that was a long rant. Clutch City fan. Yeah, at least AEW gives us some fun, refreshing shit, though, man. You know, I thought, Rampage Friday night. That was one of the best wrestling shows I've seen in a while, since probably NXT days when they were 1 hour, because Tony Khan saw how to do 1 hour of television, have every emotion possible, and give your fans everything. So when the hour is done, you actually want more. You see, on Monday nights, we're pretty much asleep. We were wishing the show ended 180 minutes earlier, which would be the beginning of the show, right? We're tired after the first minute. What AEW seems to do, or at least for Rampage, after that 1 hour, it leaves you wanting more. That's always a plus. And Rampage just did that, man. Rampage, you had it all, man. You had the title match at the beginning. New champion, even. New champion. You had a dude who a lot of guys respect. Got a contract. You had the ladies in the main event. Everybody gets to see Britt Baker do her thing in her hometown. Always a feel-good moment. When the hometown hero gets a big W. And Vince McMahon, when you go to your hometown, he usually has you lose and get embarrassed. Anyway, Clutch City Gamer. I appreciate it, bro. Clutch City fan, my bad. Kevin Langoff. Kevin Langoff, I-Spot. Hey, WWE. Wu-Tang did factions the right way. Shimmy, shimmy, yeah. Take away Lilly today. I agree with Kevin. Get rid of Lilly. And Wu-Tang was better than any faction that WWE has had in the past decade. Easily. Somebody will probably say, no, obviously, remember Retribution? Kevin Langhoff, thanks, brother. Joey's Adventures, another $1.99. Do you think Ember could help AEW if she gets cut? Of course. Ember Moon is one of the best professional wrestlers in the world. She has been for years. Vince McMahon knows that and tried to hide that fact. Sweep her over to NXT. First, he tried to not use her at all, keep her at catering. Then she got injured, chasing around the 24/7. One of the best female talents in the world, Ember Moon. And she's chasing around the 24/7 championship. And she actually breaks her leg because of it or some shit. She was out for many months because of it. Almost ended her career. It was so bad. The recovery didn't go according to plan. And when she came back, Vince still had nothing. In fact, they said, go to NXT. Go to NXT. Yeah, go there. They could use you. So she goes to NXT. And she was in a good tag team with Shotzi. And then Vince wants to get his hands all over that. He saw that Ember Moon was doing good in this fucking tag team. So he breaks them up. Takes Shotzi to the main roster. Takes fucking Tegan Nox. And puts Tegan Nox with Shotzi Blackheart. Doesn't make any fucking sense. They tag team long ago, but it didn't click. Ember Moon and Shotzi are way better. So, of course, Vince puts his hands all over NXT, ruins it, and Ember Moon is once again in flux. Now we're hearing she had a dental procedure done, and that's why she missed last week's matchup. I think it's because they knew they fucked up with Dakota Kai. Dakota Kai is going for the championship this Sunday at TakeOver. WWE, Vince McMahon, called Dakota Kai up to the main roster and had her lose to Aaliyah on like a main event show or a dark match. Obviously, that word got out to everybody that Dakota Kai, who's going for a championship Sunday for Triple H, she lost flat on her back in just a few minutes to Aaliyah. Word got out. People were fucking outraged, just like they were with Karrion Kross's debut. Karrion Kross is a fucking NXT champion and undefeated, and he loses in just 2 minutes via fruit roll by Jeff Hardy. The same thing was happening to Dakota Kai. People got pissed off, and I think they tried to do some fucking damage control. I think they took Ember Moon out, no dental procedure that was lagging, because at last word, we heard that Ember wanted to compete. There's so many ways you could protect the fucking mouth and still have your match. I think they inserted Dakota Kai because they knew they needed Dakota to have a win to shut everybody up because she lost in that dark match main event. That's BC, man, and that's not a conspiracy. That's the fucking truth, and I bet you that's exactly what happened because I know how VKM does business. I know the bastard that he is, man. I've been following this dude for too many fucking years. Joey's Adventures. Yes, the short answer to that is Ember Moon could help any company or promotion she's with. She helps the opponent that she's in the ring with. She is just that good. Thank you, Joey's Adventures. Make sure I got everybody. Damn. Did I even... Oh, no. So I didn't even... So I just shouted out Kofi Kingston in hour number 2. We went over Doudrop taking the fucking doll and giving it back. And then hour number 2 ended. Get this. We get a 2-minute match between the man that soars versus Puff Daddy's Mace. Legit. 2 minutes. That's it. And with some help from Mustafa Ali, Mansoor, the man that soars, he defeats Puff Daddy's Mace with the awe-inspiring, ultra-devastating roll-up. Roll-up. It took us 2 hours. Oh, you guys already got the fruit rocking. The fruit is already fucking getting tossed up. It took 2 fucking hours. But you didn't think they were not going to deliver the roll-up. The most devastating move in all of professional wrestling. No, that fruit roll-up was coming. The fruit was going to be flying. Everybody was going to get a fruity. Unreal, man. Wasn't T-Bar and Mace just winning last week? Didn't it finally look like we were seeing signs of Dominik Dijakovic, the NXT badass that was having those awesome matches with the unstoppable Keith Lee? The limitless Keith Lee and Dominik Dijakovic. Didn't it look like we saw signs of that last week with T-Bar and Mace? Signs of Dominik Dijakovic, and something in Mace was there, man. Something was finally clicking. And then what happened this week? Mace in just 2 fucking minutes is getting fruit roll-upped. But again, we'll get... Blaisley, I thought it was a good show, man. What's wrong with a fruit roll-up, Blaisley? Oh, I don't know. This dude that's half the size of fucking Mace rolled him up, and Mace can't even get his shoulder up. I mean, you're telling me this is one of the weakest dudes in the world then, and he's a WWE superstar. I mean, this show usually, I think this was, no. Well, this was the actual only fruit roll-up last night. There was several attempts in a park. I'll get to that in hour number 3. They were in a park last night with Reginald, and everybody was trying to fruit roll up there too. There's so many fruit roll-ups on this show, it's like a bowl of Fruity Pebbles. It's one fruity fucking show. And if you love every minute of it, good for you. This is probably not the channel for you. Thank you. I just saw that, man. I'm fucking ranting and raving. This show just pisses me off to the point where I'm just fucking ranting nonstop. But thank you for the 200 on the ups already, guys. I know we started really early, man. 8, 9 a.m. Thousands are going to catch this later. The majority of the people are going to catch this later, man. So to have you guys put 200 already on the board, you guys are the best, man. Thank you. I know I haven't mentioned it too much because I'm just this show, man. This show just befuddling to another fucking degree. Tribal Empire 80, 199. Thank you, brother. Where is Asuka? There's no report of time off. She's probably eating the triple brought in the fruit roll-ups, bro. The fucking blueberries just hit. They're fresh. The blueberries are fresh. Asuka's chilling over there because Vince doesn't have jack shit, bro. That's the bottom line. I wish I could tell you. I'm sure there's going to be a report. She just asked for time off. She's fucking doing her hair. She's doing her nails. She's cleaning her fucking shoes, right? She's buying new panties. She's fucking making her grandmother chicken noodle soup. She's being a hermit because of the pandemic. She's gardening, right? She needed time off to garden. The bottom line is Vince has nothing for her anyway. It doesn't fucking matter. But yeah, it's a good question. Javi Woo 31. Oh, no. That wasn't Javi Woo. That was Tribal Empire 80. Javi Woo, I see you, dog. Javi Woo 31. Almost Heroes, Dolls, Eva and Goldberg. That's SummerSlam. Yeah. And don't forget Javi Woo 31. rubber ducky kiddie pools, because that's what Miz got dunked in last night. That's our SummerSlam build, Javi Woo 31. Go figure, bro. Much love and respect. Make sure I got everybody. Unreal. I'm telling you, man, this stream is a lot more fun. This stream is a lot more fun than the fucking show, man. That's all you guys coming together, too, and making this a great time, man. Life of J, $4.99. Thank you, Life of J. Good to see you up in here, bro. Haven't seen you in a minute. The Life of Jay says, I never thought I would like Baron Corbin, but he's doing one hell of a job. We need more characters like Roman and Corbin, not Nikki Ashhole. I agree, man. Baron Corbin is one of those characters, especially when he was the king. Bro, I just wanted to, like, put my don't piece through a cement wall. Like, I wanted nothing to do with Baron Corbin. That wasn't even shade, man. And then he was one of the dudes early on that would blame fans for not liking the product. So then I even made a video about that shit because I was just like, dude, shut up, please. This character... Broke Baron is actually funny, bro. Broke Baron, I'm loving it. And the details, the mustard on the shirt, the misplaced buttons, the shit that he's doing on his social with, like, they won't let him into the building and he's getting a violation on dress code because he looks so shitty. And now he grabbed the Money in the Bank briefcase. I don't know where that goes. I don't want to see my boy Big E get screwed out of that. So we'll see where that leads. But Life of Jay, I like Broke Baron Corbin, bro. Absolutely, man. Thank you, Life of Jay. I got you, Lord French Fries, 2-spot. Would you want to see Asuka versus Kana in AEW? Or Asuka Kana. Asuka versus Kana. Same motherfucker, right? It would have to be like an Undertaker versus Undertaker situation at SummerSlam decades ago. Asuka versus Kana, right? Who the fuck's going to play Kana? Yeah, no, I wish Kana showed up. There should have been a good feud with Alexa's character and Asuka. And Asuka was forced to turn into a Kana. But they missed the boat, as they always... I bet you Vince doesn't even know who the fuck Kana is, bro. Yeah, I'm hearing about lagging issues or the tube kicking people off. Sorry, guys, I don't know. You guys are always telling me the tube is taking comments off. They're unsubbing people. You guys are always telling me the tube is doing something, bro. I have no control over it. I just had like a lag, too. It went off, and then it went back on, so I have no idea. If you get booted, come right back, guys. I'm not leaving. I'm going to do the whole third-hour review. Trust me, we're going to stay amplified. So if the tube boots you, come right back. Or tune in later tonight, man, with the thousands that are going to. Lord French Fries, absolutely. I would love to see that. In an AEW Lord French Fries, at least she would be utilized correctly. So that's a big fuck yeah. JR9 Gaming, my man up in here with that 2-spot. 79 fruit roll-ups so far this year. Only 8 months in. Now, for those of you new to the channel, JR9 Gaming is my right-hand man. He's got all the statistics as well. We're numbers guys. Yeah, I love numbers. JR9 Gaming, he tallies up statistics like this. 79 fruit roll-ups this year alone. And then you wonder why roll-ups don't seem prestigious and they do nothing for the individual. The victor and the loser looks like clowns. That's why. JR9 Gaming, thank you, man. 79 fruit roll-ups. And we're only 8 months into the fucking year. JR9 Gaming, you're the best, dude. Unreal, man. You know it's bad, but when you see the actual numbers, it just makes you go, what the fuck, bro? Cookie Kid on fire. 5-spot. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna say goodbye. Sorry. I love that song, man. Remember when Stone Cold rickrolled? You guys got to catch that footage, man. Stone Cold got rickrolled, man. He was loving it. Never gonna give you up. Rick Astley is way better than Raw. Bro, tenfold. Rick Astley's the shit. Never gonna say goodbye. Never gonna let you go and desert me. We've known each other for so long. We know the game and you're gonna play it. I just want to tell you how I feel. Sorry, guys. It's been one of those reviews, brah. Who was that? Cookie Cutter Kid, man. Cookie Cutter Kid? Who was that? Cookie Kid on fire. Rick Astley is leaps and bounds better than Raw. Trust that shit. Carlos Ray, another 5-spot. Big fan of Corbin's now. JR and I are sending him money to the GoFundMe. He's going to need supers, bro. He's going to need the... But Carlos, You got to make sure it's just a bare minimum, just a small $1,000 a piece, Carlos. Make sure you and JR9 Gaming know that. That's awesome. We all got to contribute to Baron. That's the best. Carlos had another 5 coffee up in here. Carlos says, how many right hands you got sitting at that table? I know, listen, I need the heads of the table, man. Obviously, the head is BC, but you got fucking Carlos here. You got JR9 Gaming here, man. And then we fill that table out. But there's 2 sides, man. The head of the table has to look at his two leads. Carlos. Jeffrey Ross, $4.99. I can feel broke Baron's pain. That's why I like the character. We live in the same life. Especially with the pandemic, bro. Everybody's counting them pennies. Jeffrey Ross, if you ever land on your feet, do Baron a Corbin, man. Just collect $1,000, just a little fee, and just give that to Baron, though. And I hope the same for you, Jeffrey Ross. Much love, dude. That's the best, man. I'm telling you, man, I'm not even joking. I mean, I'm a little biased. It's my stream, but this has been much funner than the fucking show by far. I think I got everybody there. I want to start the 3rd hour, guys. If you're just tuning in, man, we just went over the first 2 hours. We went over a lot of awesome supers. I had a badass cold open where I dropped nothing but facts. So after this, you may want to go back and check it out. I know the tube is booting people. It's having some issues today. Try to come back. That's all I could say. Sorry about their issues, man. Hour number 3 starts with Randy Orton defeating Omos via DQ when AJ Styles interfered. Entire match time clocked in at just 5 minutes. That's probably good for an Omos match. Post-match, Orton receives a beatdown and Matt Riddle hits the ring for the save. I did enjoy the save only because Riddle did bring straight fire and AJ Styles sold the shit out of his beatdown. The knee to the face was badass and the clothesline over the top rope. We see too many wrestlers like barely get over these days. AJ Styles showed no fucking regard. He's such a pro. He's so good at what he does. He does like a fucking 450 outside of the off the top rope or over the top rope. Doesn't even try to break his fall. It just looked like a badass save, man. And that's the most fire that I've seen out of Matt Riddle. It's good to see that because his character is so goofy. And it can be like annoying when he's like, Randy, why don't you like me? You know, that can get a bit much. When I see Riddle light that fire under his ass, man, that's fucking good. And I saw that. So I don't mind the save. And again, AJ Styles just sold it beautifully. Orton grabs the mic and he says, Riddle, respect is something you need to earn. And kid, you have my respect. Yeah, it's happening, Orton says. RKBro is back. And they proceed to hug it out. Now, I know there's a lot of people that like RKBro. It's fun. And you respect Randy Orton like BC does. And you like Matt Riddle like BC does. I'm not a fan of RK-Bro. I'm just not. I mean, this many years for Randy Orton, and this is where he's at, going for a last-minute championship match, because this match was just made late in the show last night, 5 days before SummerSlam. If I was head of creative, I would have Randy Orton as a fucking centerpiece of the show the right way. I would have Matt Riddle doing something much more fucking fun than just trying to beg for a hug, trying to beg for Randy's attention. This is not a fun storyline for me. I'm not going to knock it too much because I know there's a lot of people that think it's funny. In 3 hours of absolute trash, you need a laugh. So them hugging it out was a laugh. To me, it is a bootleg Daniel Bryan and Kane scenario, where you have a little bit of comedy mixed with the serious superstar, and that's the fun of it. And then what? Do they win the tag titles this Saturday night? And then what happens, man? We're just going to get this type of comedy, which isn't making BC laugh at all. We're going to get that for the next 2-3 fucking months before Orton finally does what we all know he's going to do, and that's turn on Riddle. It's just lackluster to me. It's played out. On one hand, I should be glad they're doing something storyline-wise. On the other hand, I just wish it wasn't the bare minimum. I don't know, man. I'm over the... Maybe it's because they started it and stopped it so much, too. You know what I mean? And Orton just goes away for 7 weeks and comes back, and he's like, no, thank you. And then he's like, okay. And then the last second, they get a tag title match. I mean, maybe it's all of that, and it just disengaged BC. Possibly. But Somebody in the chat, was that JR9 Gaming, mentioned Team Hell No. Bro, that was fun, right? And it was original. That's what I miss. Like, they stopped doing original shit, and they're just trying to go back on this type of shit. Team Hell No was way better with Dr. Shelby and all that shit. And fucking, was that Dr. Shelby, or was that with Sasha Banks and Bailey? Or was that the same fucking doctor? Who knows? But I don't know, man. It just seems like I'm not for it. I'm not for it. I'm not going to apologize for that. It's just, I'm not giggling at it. I'm not having fun with this. And this is your main Raw storyline. Last week, it ended the show. You literally ended last Monday night with that. That's your SummerSlam build. Randy Orton and Matt Riddle. And then this week, they start the show. And then they go into... Well, they start the show, and then they have several matches later. Matt Riddle and Styles, and then Omos and Randy Orton. I mean, this is your main feud for Monday Night Raw. And the match isn't even announced until late in the show, 5 days before SummerSlam. And then we hear, oh, by the way, a challenge has been sent out, and it's been accepted. And that's your main Raw focal point. And they know it has to be the main one, because the only other thing would be Lashley and Goldberg, and they have nothing for that either, but Goldberg's kid Gage. Why is Gage the focal point in that storyline? It's because they don't have a story, so they have to get Gage. And Gage is out there with his high school pythons trying to flex, and that's how we ended the show. There's no storylines here, man. None. You can cry about that all you want, but I'm telling the fucking truth. You know it. So anyway, that's the Hug It Out segment. I know I don't do the whole social thing because it's so fucking stupid. But if I did, I know everybody would probably be giggling and busting a nut on social media. That was fun. Riddle and Orton had me busting nuts. Most likely. That's what you would be fucking seeing it here on social, man. Flips won, $4.99. Thank you, dude. BC, why is SmackDown 10 times better than Raw? I don't get it. Well, first of all, it's 2 hours and not 3. So even if it's trash, it gets dwindled down. You see what I'm saying? So you only have 2 hours of trash as opposed to 3 hours. So it's less trash, right? You get to go to bed earlier, right? The pain is a little less because it's 2 hours. But on top of that, they're just running it better as far as placement. I mean, if you look at Friday's show and you look at the placement, you start off with that good promo between Cena and Reigns, and then you go into placement. Everything had its place where it kind of kept you involved. Doesn't mean we have to agree with it, by the way. That's two separate things. I'll give you an example. For instance, the first match of the night Friday was, I believe that this was the first match, or one of the first ones, was a Shinsuke versus Apollo for the championship. Now, yeah, that's going to do the job. That's going to captivate your fucking audience, obviously, but in the long run, you're going to ruin Apollo and ruin Shinsuke. Shinsuke should be winning that championship at a pay-per-view so it looks prestigious, and he's looked at as prestigious. And your champion should be dropping it at a pay-per-view because he deserves that respect. But instead, they just throw that match in the middle of a SmackDown. But they want to try to pop a rating. That's on them. And at least they pulled over 2 points, right? That's still not very good, by the way. At one point, people thought they pulled a 2.5, but they were adding in like football games or some shit. So SmackDown went down 0.5 than what people thought. SmackDown just went over a 2.0. And you got to think, if they didn't have that fucking match, would they have even gotten that 2.0? But it's just, I don't know, SmackDown just feels better. And I got to believe, before anything, this is not any shade to the superstars. You got to believe it's because it's less time, 2 hours instead of 3. You're still watching the same shitty company. It's just less fucking time. Flips one. That's the best I can give you, man. Jeffrey Ross, $1.99. Why is SummerSlam on Saturday? I think originally it was a problem with the actual stadium. I forgot what it's called. Allegiant Stadium or some shit. There was a problem with it. I have no idea. But then Vince liked the idea of Saturday night, and Triple H was able to slide his takeover on Sunday night, so you still have a whole weekend. They just flipped it. But a lot of people forgot that SummerSlam is even on this weekend. And B, they're going to definitely forget that it's Saturday night. Jeffrey Ross, much love and respect, dude. Carlos ran another 5-spot, man. Says, BC, you're going to have a tough week. End with SmackDown, SummerSlam, NXT on Sunday, then Raw review. Not just that. What about Rampage, Carlos? So yeah, man, there's a lot of content coming up this week, bro. I don't know how I'm going to do Rampage and SmackDown. I don't think I'm going to do a live after on Friday. So I don't know. Maybe I'll put them together in one video. I don't like doing that usually, but I used to do that with AEW and NXT. But Carlos, I already thought about that, bro. There's a lot of content, man. Much love and respect. I'm going to have to be on that game, as I always am. We'll be able to rock it out. Hopefully I got everybody, guys. I want to move on with the third hour. Next up was your weekly Carrion Cross versus Jeff Hardy segment. No joke. We got it again last night. Carrion Cross versus fucking Jeff Hardy. This was a 30-second match ending with a complete squash of Jeff Hardy. Cross snaps the cross jacket onto Hardy, and Jeff taps ferociously and viciously. And vividly, man. Tapping the fuck out on Cross's cross jacket. I fucking love that. This is what I always said, man. Was that so fucking hard? This is how you book Cross. This is how it should have been from week fucking 1. Not second week, not 3 week, not 2 fucking losses to Keith Lee. This is how you book Cross. There is no bullshit like, oh, see, if he didn't lose the first week, you wouldn't have had a squash like this. Fuck that and fuck you, no. I'm not accepting it. This is how you book Carrion Cross. This is how you book him. Squash. Why couldn't this have been done in week 1? Much respect to Jeff Hardy, but this is how you book that son of a bitch. Don't try to feed me this only happens because he lost in week 1. Fuck that. Was this so hard to do? You needed to embarrass this guy because you didn't just humble him, you embarrassed him. You needed to ruin Carrion Cross on the first week and then another loss to Keith Lee 2 weeks later. You needed to do that to get him to that squash match? Come on, bruh. Not buying it. And somebody said, who was that? New Japan Pro Wrestling girl, NJPW girl says, and still no Scarlett. Of course, because they tried to ruin this guy every which way possible. They took the layers that made him even more special. And they ripped it off of him. So I'm glad, trust me, I know it sounds like just pure frustration. I'm glad there was a squash, and that's nothing against Jeff Hardy. I love Jeff Hardy. I want to see him collect wins in the future, trust me. But if they're gonna put him in there with Carrion, there's no way this has to end anyway but a Carrion squash over Hardy. And that's what finally fucking happened. It should have happened in week fucking 1. Backstage, I already said this, Eva Marie slapped the shit out of Drop of Dew because she handed the doll back to Alexa Bliss. I already told you guys, she took the doll from Alexa. Alexa says, hold on. The Drop of Dew realizes that she has to go to the bathroom and take a shit, so she gave the doll back to Alexa, and when she came back to Eva slapped the shit out of her, and I guess we're gonna get a Eva Marie versus Drop of Dew match in the future. Are you guys excited? Are you excited about Alexa Bliss versus Eva Marie at SummerSlam? Yeah, me neither. Trust me. And then a couple of segments followed, one being Elias, another video package of Elias. He was just claiming that he's dead again, and he was pretty much throwing his guitar in the woods or in a fire. Who knows? I already told you guys, there's rumors going around that Vince will put Elias as the new Fiend. I don't even want to think of that rumor, and it better stay a rumor. Because if Vince McMahon ever does Bray Wyatt that dirty, that would be beyond filthy. And that's disrespect to a whole nother level that you can never bounce back from. Nobody should ever be playing the Fiend ever again. Even my boy Elias. And then there was another segment where Reginald is at a park, like a park, like a dog park or just a frisbee park. And he's talking about why he loves the park. Riveting television. And I shit you not, Ninja Tozawa is walking around in a trash can. He's walking around in a trash can. R-Truth is in the background walking around dressed up as a tree. And they're trying to fruit roll up a bouncing ninja Reginald. And this dude's flying over trees and using it like a gymnastics pole. And he hops over a car and he speeds away, and then the trash can and the tree collide, and they're like, I could have had him. And the tree is like, I could have had him. And the trash can is like, I could have had him. Riveting shit. I mean, this is television personified. And now I understand. Now that I'm going back and I'm thinking about this, this is why people say, basically, I enjoyed it, man. Because how could you not enjoy this park segment? You got a fucking flying trash can, a flying tree, a flying Reginald. I'm surprised they didn't just stop and do the Carlton dance from the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and just start bust out playing Frisbee with the Street Profits and the Viking Raiders. Let's get the 250 on those ups, guys. Come on. 250 on that, man. I know we started early. I know this is one of those live streams where many are going to catch us thousands later because we did start this at 8 and 9 in the morning. I get it. But pop that shit over 250 so those thousands coming later have a good starting ground. Thank you. That's awesome. Appreciate it. It's going to help the algorithm. Then we have Nicole Ash and Rhea Ripley as a team. Hold on. Whoa. Before I start the end of hour 3, I saw some VIPs come up in here. Hold on. I got you, Flips1, coffee, Flips1, $4.99. I got you. I wish they gave Morrison a better storyline. You mean the moist shit isn't working for you, Flips1? He's not getting everybody moist and wet? I agree with you, bruh. I absolutely agree, Flips1. I can't even elaborate because that's just a period, an exclamation point. Network guy Dave, another 5 spot. Network guy. Don't be surprised if the Peacock Network keeps freezing like Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat. Finish him! Well, while people are trying to watch SummerSlam, ask Money in the Bank, LOL. I was one of those people, Network guy Dave. I could not watch that men's ladder match. The whole thing was fucking up on me for the entire thing. And WWE, the shitheads that they are, in the middle of their social media, they left a small post going, it should be okay now. Just log off and log back in. And immediately after they sent that, they reposted a bunch of other things on top of it, so it got lost in translation, lost in the shuffle, so nobody fucking knew that. Network guy Dave, man, I'm still pissed about that. I had to go back and I was trying to put the review out, notes for you guys, and Peacock shits the bed on just their second or third main pay-per-view of sole ownership. Pathetic, bro. But yeah, it's an LOL situation, but not so much when you're like BC and you can't watch it. Network guy Dave, much love and respect. I hope that doesn't happen again, man. I'm hoping they got their shit together, man. Peacock, get your fucking shit together. Network guy Dave, thanks, brother. Much appreciated. And then we go into Nicole Ash and Rhea Ripley as a team versus Charlie Flair and Nia Jax. Now, I want you to think about that, right? Because I'm the bad guy, and I'm always being negative, and I'm just calling out the bad, and I'm too harsh, and I'm over-analyzing it too much. I'm over-critiquing it. I'm embellishing. I'm being over-dramatic. Okay, I'm asking you. How are you now going to have Rhea Ripley and Nicole Ash, Nikki ASH, the almost superhero, with Rhea Ripley in a tag team? Weren't they just facing and hating each other an hour earlier? And now all of a sudden they're fist-bumping each other, because that's what happened last night. They fist-bumped. Now they're buddies with their common enemy in Charlotte and Nia. How can anybody be okay with that? They were just facing and hating each other an hour earlier, and now they're in a fucking team. And this was a 7-minute match, ending with Charlie hitting natural selection on Ripley for the W. You talk about 50-50 booking. Rhea Ripley just beat your champion Nikki ASH an hour earlier. Rhea Ripley just defeated your champion just to lose an hour later to fucking Charlie. How does this make... Forget Rhea, that's 50-50 booking. That's how everybody's booked, into a redundancy and just horrendousness. How does this make your champion look, bro? Nikki Ashhole, the almost superhero. How does this make her look? She lost several matches last night. 5 nights before she's going to the pay-per-view to defend her title. Yeah, people are really going to look at her as prestigious. That's way below an almost superhero. I can't believe they did that, man. And this is coming from a company where I'm no longer shocked about anything they do. I become jaded to their fucking bullshit. And they had their champion lose 2 fucking matches last night and tag team with the person she was an enemy with an hour. Nothing made sense. Nothing. And I'm supposed to sit here and be positive because you want your fucking balls coddled. Fuck that. You come to this channel, you gotta get full honesty, man. None of this show made sense. None of this was intriguing to get you to SummerSlam. And they just made that entire fucking... It was already a joke. It was a triple threat for no reason. A fucking rematch of epic proportions. Not in a good way. So it was already a joke. They just made it even more so after the stunt they pulled last night with these ladies. Everybody just taking fucking L's. You're a fucking champion 5 days before the event, taking 2 L's. 1 tag team, 1 singles. I'm surprised they didn't put her in a fucking 6-woman tag and she eats the fucking pin. And then we end the night in the main event segment with a Goldberg and Lashley face-to-face. This has become all about high schooler Gage Goldberg. That's all it was. The whole promo for Goldberg was, Gage, I came out of retirement for you, son. We already heard this. We heard that with the Drew McIntyre shit, the fucking Kevin Owens shit, all of it. We already heard it. With the Brock Lesnar shit, we know. We know how much you love your kid. We know that you came out of retirement for your kid. We understand. We get it, bro. This is redundant, nauseating, fucking a vicious cycle. And nobody in the company wants to do anything about it. It takes somebody like BC to have to fucking speak out and speak up. Gage Goldberg, man, he's got his fucking shirt rolled up. He's showing those high school guns. He's flexing. He's posing, and we go off the air. That was it. I think Lashley actually got speared. So Lashley looks like a total fucking clown. He gets in the ring. He goes to clothesline. Goldberg ducks it, hits a fucking weak-ass spear. Weak-ass. Lashley's fucking playing dead in there, like fucking, remember AEW with the exploding ring that never exploded? And you had fucking Eddie Kingston was covering Mox like Mox was fucking finished. And sparklers went off instead of the Lashley looks like he's selling this spear like it was an actual fucking vicious spear. It was like a fucking toddler like tried to spear you. It was bad. And then Gage hops the barricade, he flexes, and we go off there. And that is your SummerSlam build, guys. That is your go-home show to SummerSlam. That's your go-home show. I don't think I was being too negative at all. I think I was being fucking fair, firm, consistent, amplified, yeah. But accurate. I may have been generous on a lot of these segments, but I'm the bad guy. You watch though. You watch because you know I'm knowledgeable and I know what I'm talking about and everything I'm saying. You know there's nothing but truth. Even if you want to disagree with it, you know there's truth. Guy Jordan, 5-spot coffee with all the fruit roll-ups. What's the purpose of having finishing moves? Guy Jordan, even worse. Guy Jordan, this is a truth, man. This is no bullshit. This isn't just a funny little cute little phrase that I'm using. I don't know most of the roster's finishers anymore. I don't even know their finishers anymore. A lot of them. Or when I see them, it brings me back. Oh yeah, Riptide. Oh yeah, the fucking I don't know, Claymore, whatever the fuck. But I mean, I can't tell you Mansoor's finisher. I can't tell you Ali's finisher. I can't tell you Ricochet's finisher. I can't tell you Drip Drip's finisher. Oh, maybe the Starship. Yeah, maybe that. I don't know, man. There's just a ton of wrestlers I can't even tell you. I can't tell you what Otis's finisher is. I don't know what Gable's finisher is anymore. I don't until I see it. And then I'm like, oh yeah. I don't know the finishers anymore because every other match seems to end in a fruit roll-up. Nobody looks good. Nobody gets built when you have 50-50 booking because it's designed to just tear everybody down at the same time. That's what 50-50 booking is. You win one week, you lose another week. Or in Ash's case, you lose a couple of times in one night, and then maybe next week they'll give you a win. Some people win a match and lose a match in the same night, but it's all designed. It's called 50-50 booking in pro wrestling, and it's all designed to keep you even keel. It's designed to make sure that nobody rises above the system. It's designed to make sure there's no larger than life superstars because Vince doesn't want another Stone Cold situation where somebody takes their ball and goes home. Vince doesn't want another Ultimate Warrior situation where somebody takes their ball and goes home. Vince McMahon does not want another CM Punk situation where somebody takes a ball and goes home. And it's bullshit because yes, those were issues, but if you just talk it out like man to man and you redesign contracts, everybody will end up going back to work and being fine. Instead, you want to play egos. You want to play the stubborn game. And now you want to play the game of, I don't need larger than life characters. But that's false because pro wrestling is built upon the backs of larger than life characters. WWE does not become what it is today without the explosion of Hulkamania. It's just the truth. and the feuds with people like Macho Man Randy Savage or the Ultimate Warrior. It's just the truth. If you did not have people like Sting and Ric Flair and Van Vader in WCW, I'm talking before Nitro days, the old school WCW, Sting, Ric Flair, Four Horsemen, Van Vader, entities like that, the company doesn't succeed. I mean, these are characters that explode. They come right off the screen because they're living that character 24/7. Ric Flair to this day lives that character. The Stone Colds, right? If you want to fast forward a little bit, the Stone Colds and the Undertakers and the Rocks, these are larger than life characters. And the reason while WWE survived the WCW Monday Night Wars, without Stone Cold, The Rock, and Undertaker and acts like that, the Kurt Angles and the Triple H's, even the Edges back in the day, man, without them, you don't survive that war. They became larger than life. They jumped right off the screen. You need them. Without them, we saw what happened when you tried to do it with just one dude, John Cena. The business went into a fucking downward spiral. And now you're trying to do it with Roman. For 5 years, it didn't work. We told you he needs to turn heel. Finally, Roman stood up for himself and said, no, when I come back, I have to go heel. And Vince couldn't do anything about it. He's like, fuck, man, all right, fine. And what happened? We were right the whole time. This is the best work of Roman's career as a heel. Who said that for 5 years? BC. I told you. I wouldn't steer you guys wrong. I said that. Because we all saw that. Anybody who uses common sense and logic knew that Roman would be better for... It's just the way it is, man. But you can't revolve around just one or two corporate guys that you selected, Vince. You have to have the dudes that naturally get over and the fans connect with. And they become larger than life. Without that, everybody is fucked. So, Guy Jordan, I know that was a long-winded answer to what should have been short, but this is what fruit roll-ups do, man. The 50-50 roll-up finish helps destroy individuals. It helps nobody. Thank you, brother. Make sure I got everybody, guys. Hold on, I got a couple more. Network guy Dave, I'll get to you in 1 sec, man. I think there was a couple beforehand. I got Guy Jordan. Carlos Ray, another 5-spot. Carlos, salute, my man. BC, you think Goldberg is introducing his son because he's going to be a wrestler? Also, absolutely. I think that's down the line. There's no question. Goldberg says anything, Carlos. Goldberg puts anything in his contract, and he's putting McMahon up against the wall. Well, if you're allowing Goldberg to do that, why not let young talent have some creative freedom and let them argue with you a little bit? Because they're the future of the business. 10 years from now, 15 years now, 5 years, 1 year from now, when you do a Raw reunion show, who are you going to have come back? When the Nashes are done in the Halls, the Goldbergs, the Hogans, when it's all said and done, who is the future that's coming back for Legacy Nights and Legend Nights, Raw reunion shows, Hall of Famers? Who? You're not building any larger-than-life superstars for tomorrow. So, Goldberg gets to put anything in his contract, and he gets it handed to him. He probably said, I'll show up to work, but I want my son Gage to be the focal point. So we as fans, that's our last Raw show before SummerSlam. It's only 5 nights away, 4 now, 5 nights from last night. And our last visual to get everybody excited was Gage Goldberg showing his high school muscles. You can't make it up. I don't care if the kid's going to be a wrestler in the future. Great, just like I say about The Rock's daughter, Simone. I hear she's doing pretty good. But you can't be ending shows, go-home shows, that have a lot on the line that need to start captivating your audience, because with 5 days left, you should have started many months ago. Carlos Ray, I absolutely think he's going to be in a ring at some point. BC Amplified fan, 2-spot. Kiera Hogan lost her debut. I don't know how to feel. I know how you know how to feel, bro. It's bullshit. You know that, BC Amplified fan. Just go ahead and just be honest, bro. I mean, you're a BC Amplified fan. We just know how to tell the truth. Kiera Hogan lost her debut. 50-50 booking out of the gate? No, you're getting fucking 0-1 booking. We're going to check you off. We're going to start you just like Carrion Cross, your NXT champion. We're going to start you off with a big fat L because you're a loser. BC Amplified fan. Thank you, brother. Network guy Dave. I knew I saw you up in here with another coffee. Network guy, you're the best, man. I'm about to get back to work, BC. Another great review. Continue to feed the truth to the wrestling community. Check your leader, bro. Network guy, as I always say, smash workout, man. You know how to do the deed. Don't let anybody outperform you. Thank you for the kind words. And yeah, anything you missed, Network Guy Dave, this will be up on the channel later, bro. Much love and appreciation. Right back to you. Thank you for the words. Who's that? Jesse Borsler? Jesse Borsler, 5 spot. Did you say earlier SummerSlam is on a Saturday, question mark? I didn't know it was this week, much less on a Saturday. Goldberg doing the same storyline since 2016. All facts, Jesse. I did say it's on a Saturday. And just like I said, Jesse, a lot of people, A, didn't know SummerSlam was this week, and B, definitely don't know it's on a Saturday night. Because I have so many of you guys tell me you don't watch the show, you just tune into BC's review. A, first and foremost, thank you for trusting me to be your #1 source for these reviews. B, there is a pay-per-view Saturday night. Don't worry if you don't want to watch it. BC will be reviewing it, and I will have the most amplified review in this community. It's called The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. And we're not gonna give any mulligans. We're not letting anybody off the hook. This Saturday, Jesse Borsler, whether you view it or not, BC's got you covered. And you're right. This is the same Goldberg booking since 2016. 5 years of this vicious cycle of Bill Goldberg. Can't make it up, bro. Oh, you guys are the best, man. I ain't even done. Hold up. Tube is still trying to kick me off, too. So now I know how you guys feel, man. A lot of you guys told me the Tube tried to kick you off earlier. Just come right back if they kick you off, guys. I'm not done yet. Hakeem Johnson, 5 spot. What up, Hakeem? You got to admit, my dude, Nia Jax doing the stink face on Nikki ASH was freaking everything. LOL. Hakeem, I'll do you one better, Hakeem. That was funny. If you guys didn't see it, man, there was a stink face by Nia. Nia Jax was feeling like all sorts of fucking uppity up last night. It was that stink face on Nikki ASH, Hakeem Johnson. And then there was another point where Nia Jax went up on the turnbuckle and she just starts slapping her ass in front of Charlie Flair. And Charlie Flair even smacks her ass to tag herself in. But Hakeem, that got BC an even bigger laugh, bro. So the stink face and slapping her ass while she's like fucking dancing, that was pretty funny. Hakeem Johnson, much love and respect, dude. Chubless the Bear, 2 spot. It's official. SmackDown is the better show. No doubt, Chubless. Welcome to the party. We knew that. You knew that for a while, Chubless the Bear. You may just be coming around to actually saying that to the entire unit, but you knew that, Chubless the Bear. Hold on, guys. I know there's SOS. I got you, man. What do we got? SOS. TDM 617. My tried and true says, I fell asleep. I fell asleep on this trash show as always, BC. You know what I'm going to say, SOS. TDM 617. You didn't miss jack shit, bro. You did yourself a favor. You got some extra shut-eye, man. This was a go-home show, SOS, and it produced the most pathetic disaster imaginable. This isn't just an in-your-house. This isn't just a vengeance or a backlash. This is a fucking SummerSlam card. And this was your fucking, not just build, this was your go-home show. SOS TDM 617. Bro, you can't make it up. I want to go real quick. I want to see if there's anything I should be discussing before we take off, guys, because that is the end of the review. And much love to all you guys. Just want to see the news real quick. Make sure there's nothing for me to talk about before we go off the air. WWE is reportedly considering Raw on the Roof due to the success of MLB's Field of Dreams game last week. WWE officials are in the early stage of talks for a few off-sites events in 2020. What the fuck is a Wrestle Votes? Wrestle Votes? Never heard of them. Well, you could get Raw on a Roof or Raw in Field of Dreams. Who the fuck knows? Bobby Lashley says WWE is never going to be beaten or contested. Not so fast, bro. Dynamite could absolutely beat them. They pulled a 1-2 so far. I remember when Raw just 2 months ago was pulling a 1-4. So Bobby Lashley has said in a recent interview, and I quote, WWE is never going to be beaten or contested. Now, I know he's a company guy. He's supposed to stand up for his company, but those are bold statements because one day, what if AEW actually beat them guys? Bobby Lashley's going to be like reminded by that, especially in like the social media day and age. Goldberg called Riddle behind the scenes backstage. Goldberg called Matt Riddle a prick who he appreciates as an athlete and a human. That's like some respect, but you don't like the dude. That's actually pretty funny. Keith Lee worked a squash dark match last night for anybody wondering about Keith Lee and Jackson Riker, guys. So anyway, not a lot of fucking news to stem off. Just wanted to touch up on that. And that's going to be it, guys. Before I take off, one more or a couple more supers, I believe. Ashley Steggles. You're going to end the review on the supers, man, Ashley. So appreciate it, man. Ashley Steggles with that $8.99 says, 10 years ago, I went to LA to watch SummerSlam, and that card was 100 times better than Saturday nights. 10 years ago, I went to LA to watch SummerSlam. What was the main event in that one 10 years ago? I forget, Ashley Steggles. Somebody tell me what the one 10 years ago in LA, the main event was. Or any, like, prominent matches. Almost 300 on the ups, guys. Let's get that to 300 before we take off. That's a good way to start for the thousands that are going to be coming in later. So I appreciate the ups. It's going to help the algorithm, man, showing the love right back to BC. I always appreciate that. If you're watching on a TV, go on your phone real quick and smash the up for BC, man. Help the algorithm out. I just gave you guys almost 2 hours of me screaming. It's the least you could do. What was that, guys? Brock Lesnar versus John Cena. Or no, Punk versus Cena. Was that Punk versus Cena? Okay. Yeah, that was actually fun because there was a storyline going into that, guys. Forget the match. That was good on its own, but the storyline was sitting in their fucking lap, man. That's what happens. You know, you say that Punk is hard to deal with and all that. I get it. But when you have people like the Ultimate Warrior and like Hulk Hogan and like CM Punk, you're going to have people kind of at least gravitating toward it. So, yeah, Ashley Steggles, now I see why you were much more... I think we all were, bro. That wasn't just you. We all were more intrigued with that. I'm not even a Punk fan, and I was intrigued with that shit. Thank you, Ashley Steggles. And PB Sillapride is going to be the last super of the stream. I appreciate it, PB Sillapride, about $4.99. I just recently tested pause for COVID. Now I am quarantined at all alone at home. That's a negative bad thing, man. That sucks for the COVID thing. We wish you all the best, PB Sillapride. At least you get to be alone, man. You ain't got to put up with stupid people. This live chat is all I had to look forward to today. Thanks, man. Hey, I appreciate the words, PB Sillapride. I hope you get better, bro. It's looking like a lot of these cases now are just that. They're just cases. Most people are fucking asymptomatic anyway. So I'm guessing you're going to be just fine. Maybe slight, what do you call them? Symptoms. So I think you're going to be A-okay, bro. But just in case... You know, the common flu and the common cold can take people out. So I always like to say we wish you all the best on behalf of the AMP unit. I'm not trying to make it all dramatic, but we do wish you all the best. But I'm guessing you're going to be fine, man. It's going into variants now, and it's pretty much, that's what happens with viruses. They go into variants, and then before you know it, it becomes like another fucking cold, where it's highly contagious, but it doesn't really fuck people up. So, PB Sillapride, we're hoping you're one of the many that's going to bounce right the fuck back. Much love and respect, dude. Yeah, a lot of people are showing PB Sillapride some love right back. That's it, man. 2 hours, man. We started this. I started the prep at 8 in the morning, and everybody always says, "Bro, if you go that early, ain't nobody gonna view." Bro, we had near 500 at one point live past 9 a.m. Come on, bro. Thousands are going to be tuning in. We already got fucking several hundred on the ups. You can say all you want. I hear it all the time. Nobody going to view. It's too early. When you're good at what you do, it doesn't matter what time. I ain't got to show up directly after the fucking event just to try to fucking succumb all the views I can get. Nah. When people respect you, when people love what you do and know you're knowledgeable, brah, they're going to come together. If you build it, they will come. Field of Dreams, we just talked about it. If you build it, they will come. I could come on to this motherfucker at 4 in the morning, and I know I'm going to have an audience up front, and the thousands will always be back later throughout the next 24 hours to support. I know that because it's the AMP unit. We're the best in the community, bro. This salute is for all of you. Thank you for another awesome review. Until next time, BC's out. Check you. Check you.